Watch as Nigerians react as it did not take President Muhammadu Buhari time to congratulate US President-elect Joe Biden on his election. Hi guys, you're watching Chiki series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that, and it's good to have you around again. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get right into the gist. Also remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. Also hit the bell icon, that way you get notification whenever I upload a new video. So President Muhammadu Buhari has taken to his Twitter account to congratulate US President-elect Joe Biden on his election at a time of uncertainty and fear in world affairs. His election is a reminder that democracy is the best form of government because it offers the people the opportunity to change their government by peaceful means. This is really amazing, hilarious, all the things you can think of. Because when I saw this message, I'm like, the person who is handling this Twitter handle, is it really Muhammadu Buhari, or somebody tweeted this on his account? Because I can't expect the person talking about opportunity to change their government by peaceful means when these guys have descended on EndSARS peaceful protesters at Lekki toll gate, seizing protesters' passports, freezing protesters' account, and trying to censor social media. And here they are talking about loving democracy. It is really sad. And sometimes I wonder, President Muhammadu Buhari is very, very sensitive when it comes to things happening outside the country. Because I could remember when Donald Trump was sick, he was busy on his Twitter saying, I wish US President Donald Trump and his wife Melanie quick and full recovery from COVID-19. And when there is problem in Nigeria, it takes him forever to react. Even when this protest happened, for him to come out to give a speech, it was a tug of war. A lot of people had to make some comments. Even the likes of Obasanjo took to social media to talk, to even advise him to come and make a speech, which he eventually made a speech that left all Nigerians speechless. Even as I'm talking to you now, he has not recognized that people were killed during EndSARS protest. It is really sad. It is really shameful. And he went on to write, in a democracy, the most powerful group are not the politicians, but voters who can decide the fate of the politicians at the polling booth. The main fascination of democracy is the freedom of choice and the supremacy of will of the people. He went on and on. Respect for the will of the people is the very reason why democracy remains the best form of government, despite its limitation from one polity to another and from one society to another. So, looking at this, I feel it's very, very hypocritical. So I'll be flashing some of the comments from Nigerians on Twitter as I go on with this video. Because somebody like Muhammadu Buhari, I don't be talking about democracy. When democracy is a joke in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned, there's no democracy. You don't have freedom of expression. You don't have freedom of assembly for you to express yourself, to protest. Look at what military is doing to Nigerian protesters, going all about arresting them, so people will not talk in Nigeria. And to worsen the whole thing, they are taking it down to social media, saying that social media handlers are carrying fake news. I hope that there are laws in Nigeria that takes care of defamation of character, people who are peddling rumors. If there is none, they should find a way to promulgate laws that will handle that instead of clamping down on social media, because that's the only place where people express themselves. Because you can't talk freely in Nigeria these days and go away like that. Either they send military to descend on you, or they find a way to intimidate you. So it's really, really sad. It is really, really ridiculous. I can't understand that. So you know that the masses are the ones that decide the fate of politicians at the booth. But in Nigeria, politicians go all out rigging the election. Why? Why should you applaud that? Why should you allow that? Then you're congratulating Americans for their own democracy. Why not try to borrow a leaf from Americans and find a way to fix Nigerian democracy so that we give people equal and fair ground of contest, whereby a child of nobody can be child of somebody without knowing anybody. Because in Nigeria now, if you're not child of a politician or child of governor, you can't get anything done. Except your father is at that political realm. That's where you get the kind of job you want. You go to school with Nigerian money, because politicians, they use Nigerian money to send their children abroad when they know it is a very wrong thing to do, because that money belongs to all Nigerians. That's a commonwealth, and they should think about the development of the country, not using the money to send their family and their children children abroad for better studies, while the schools in Nigeria are left unfunded. I saw one letter, I think Abia State University, telling students to pay pandemic fee. Can you just imagine that? Telling students to pay pandemic fee of 15,000. So what's the job of the government and the school? Can they provide masks for students and also fumigate the school, find a way to put all these sanitary measures in place to combat COVID-19? So they're waiting for students to pay 15,000, so they will use it to combat COVID-19. That's a shame, big shame. So this person went forward to say, if you know democracy is the best form of government because it offers people the opportunity to change their government by peaceful means, where is democracy that your government is practicing, if not demo fraud, demo brutality, and demo hardship? This is really interesting and very, very apt. And this lady wrote, the world should know that if something like this were to happen in front of Aso Rock, this tyrant talking about democracy will send them army to come kill them, and many fools will be here justifying murder and assault. Clearly, democracy is just a cliche. So the picture she showed is a balloon figure of Donald Trump. People are making jest of him, saying that Donald Trump is over while they're pushing it up. You should know that this will not happen, can never happen in Nigeria. You can't push this picture of Buhari in front of Aso Rock without military coming to shoot people down. So we should stop deceiving ourselves. Buhari should tell himself the truth. There is no democracy in Nigeria. You need people who can push Nigeria forward, people who stand for the truth, people who are very patriotic, people who can carry the masses along and are very accountable, people who will listen to the people and do what people want. And that's it. So I would like you guys to listen to the founder of Rise Networks as she shares some of the challenges of the young ones.
People are the majority of the voting age in our country. Why can't young people organize themselves and throw out the 70-year-olds?
The question is not whether you can throw out the 70-year-olds. The question is that in a situation where the same mind clamors for bread and books, bread will always win. And the political elite of this country have mastered the art because they know that 500 naira and 1,000 naira will make people sell their votes at the polling booth. And so it is not that we young people don't want to organize to take over from you. But it is that your generation has the money to keep our generation aground. And your generation has deliberately, sir, except for very few progressives like you, refused to give us the kind of education that will empower us to demand mandatory accountability from your generation. The kind of education that will help us to become innovative and drive competitiveness for Nigeria's economy. When you say that banks are giving loans to small businesses in Nigeria, the banks come with double-digit loans that are unaffordable for those small businesses. When you talk about youth and unemployment, the idea is not even youth unemployment. The idea is that youth unemployability is a greater challenge above youth unemployment. When you do not empower our generation to speak English so that we can get the right kind of jobs that will help us stand side by Singapore, Finland, and Canada, you deprive us of our fundamental humanity.
I agree with you, don't worry.
And I'm sorry, Professor Batitomi, I do not mean to be combative or to be activist. This is a platform for reasonable conversation.
Absolutely.
But I believe that young people like me get the opportunity to speak truth to power only once in a while. And I stand here for an entire generation. I cannot curry it for the old people. The policy makers, the captains of industry, the people who make decisions in private companies to sponsor reality shows and refuse to sponsor youth empowerment programs, they sit in this room. And it is therefore important that I put the voice of my generation on the agenda, because I know you people are
That's
the ones.
That's why I started with you. Give me a break. I started with you because I know that.
Based on logistics, there are two categories of young people in Nigeria today. The first category, the educated, empowered, and privileged. The second category, the poor, the deprived, and angry young people, who form the majority of the youth population you refer to, and are the ones that have become the tools of trade in the hands of the politicians. So we, the young people who are educated and can make the type of decisions and understand where Nigeria needs to go, are in our minority. The ones in the villages and the bushes who don't have education, who are poor and angry, who become area boys, do not even have food to eat 3 times one day. Now, where do we go from here? How do we promote inclusiveness? Nigeria and Africa have to become entities that embrace consequences. What do I mean by that? Consequences, when we begin to punish bad behavior in Nigeria, when people steal our money and we put them in jail, Nigeria and Africa will become better countries. I'll tell you why, sir. In Singapore, under Lee Kuan Yew, a minister bargained with a contractor and took money and took bribe from him to give him a contract. When Lee Kuan Yew found out, the minister committed suicide and left a note behind that he would rather die than face the consequences Lee Kuan Yew will place them. In Nigeria, when people steal our money, we give them chieftaincy titles. When they steal our money, we give them doctorate degrees. Somebody said that the reason why rich people in Nigeria don't fund research is because there's no substance at the base of their wealth. So when we do not place consequences side by side our actions, we do not send a strong message to the people who have stolen. How do we promote inclusiveness? Number one, we need to be able to embrace the principles of equality, where the children of the rich and the children of the poor can go to public schools because public servants elevate the quality of education in the public schools. Number two, where the children of the poor can get jobs without having connections. When they go to University of Lagos and go to University of Ibadan, and they are given the same kind of jobs that people like me who went to Harvard University Kennedy School can get, that is when we become an equal country. A country where the children of the rich go to school abroad and come back to lead the corporations is not a country. We're just simply cohabiting. Why do I say that? As things currently stand, one day, during the Occupy Nigeria protest in 2012, the area boys didn't protest to Oshodi. They didn't go to Agege. They didn't go to Yanopaja. They went to VGC. They went to Ikoyi. They went to Lagos. They went to VIA. It means that they know the homes where the rich people, the children of the rich people stay. And the truth is that in a country like this, where we continue to segregate and keep the children of the poor aground, this country is going to go up in flames one day. People are going to get to a point where they cannot take anymore. And people are going to get to a point where they cannot take anymore. When we create jobs, we cannot, within companies, we cannot decide that, for example, the children of the rich must be superior to the children of the poor. And as we continue to promote the ideas of diversity, of inclusion, of equality, we need to move forward and think about how to strengthen the economy of Nigeria by diversifying.
So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you like it, and subscribe to my channel if you've not done already. Also give this video a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Thanks and remain blessed.